What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we got the Infinity Studios Game of Thrones Daenerys Targaryen Khaleesi Mother of Dragons. I am beyond excited to get this. Comes in 2 boxes. This lighter one I immediately opened because it was so light I thought there was nothing in there. Like, so light. But obviously, as you can see, it is the dragons. I'm just going to assume they're probably made of PVC and really light. They're definitely about the same size as my old Khaleesi bust dragons. They're similar size. And then that box, obviously, is going to have the main bust. That one was definitely, a good, hefty weight. That one I just had to open immediately. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so light. Apologies on the voice. I'm still sick. Upon opening the box, this is what we're greeted with. So, looks like they actually included a COA holder, instruction pamphlet, gloves. Let's get this COA out. They're finally including a COA holder, which is great. We got number 21 of 499. So, very happy they included that. And gloves. And then the other pamphlet is instructions on, taking care of silicone busts. But happy they finally included that COA holder. That is long overdue, Infinity Studios. But let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy, set it up. She's going to be going right there, next to the Khaleesi 1/4 by Prime 1 Studios in Blitzway. Alrighty, let's get to it, folks. Alrighty. So, go ahead and get the base and bust out. This box is a little difficult to get access to because of how big these brown things are. But I really don't want to take the styrofoam out. See what we got. We got Khaleesi arms base. Get this base out first. Base has an okay weight to it, not super heavy. Again, 21 of 500, 499 to be exact. So this Lacy Susan is 15 inches wide. So I would say this base is about 14 or 13 inches wide. I'm going to want to check out the instructions just because I don't want to mess anything up. Looks like you do Khaleesi, her outfit, arms, then the dragons. Alright, so here she is. Oh, shoot. Have a good look-see. Portrait is awesome, folks. That is awesome. I really like that. The boobs are not silicone. Right here, it does end. The cleavage is silicone, but the boobies are not. And I swear to Jupiter, she has nipples. Like when I'm filling these boobs, there's nipples on there, folks. So, giggity. must be inside this box. Yep. So this is quite interesting. But let me see how this goes on. Insert main torso on the base. Put the metal armor. Then this connects in the back. This is quite a unique thing. Okay, I believe that's everything. Is that supposed to fold up like that? Yeah. All right, next is going to be the arms. Now, this is actual silicone. I'll have to touch some of the work gloves. I don't like touching silicone with my bare hands, even if I just clean them. It's always best to use gloves when you're handling silicone. So, I'm going to use the gloves. The only annoying thing with gloves is your grip is not as good. Your hands get sweaty, you know, but your hands have oil, and that oil can stick to the silicone. And it's really hard to get off. So this doesn't have any metal pens. And you can see her hand, she's pretty small hands. You know, it's like, look at the arm size difference, goodness. All right. It actually, you know what? I think I gotta undo this. It's gonna be easier if this isn't so tight. Yeah, this outfit. Gotta make sure this outfit, you know, is okay. Right. Just about nearly got it. It's this outfit you can't. Alright. I almost feel like you should do the arms first. Goodness. Screw it. I'm going to do this off camera, folks. This is taking too long. I apologize. Let me just pause the video. Alrighty, folks. So we got both the arms in. It was a little tricky for sure. One last piece in this box. There was also all this duster, screws for the thing, but there's basically like this base, and that is it in this box. Yes, everything else is the dragons. Dragons will probably take a minute, so I think it might be best if I just show you step by step. But let's look at her so far. I'm not removing the hairnet until we get everything set up, but basically you have that hand, which does have a peg here for a dragon. Dragon's gonna go right there, and one right there. So just to confirm, that is not silicone, that is hard. Now it's on the back and it does match skin tone wise, so that's fine. Everything else, like I said, is silicone. All the hands, the boobs end about right there, but there is sculpted nipples. Face is gorgeous. Looks just like her. Love the base. So here we got, you know, 2 wings, dragon, a bunch of wings, a few legs and hands. This will take a minute. I don't want to have you guys wait, so I'll just show you step by step of each one. Alrighty, so first dragon is Rhaegal. So these wings are magnetic and they attach real easy. He goes in one metal rod and he's kind of just like the one in the back that's sneaking around. He's the green dragon. He does add a little bit more depth to the piece. As you can see, he sticks out more. I'll get measurements for you guys, but overall it's not too deep. It'll fit easily in my garage shelf. So obviously from the front view, he's just like a head that's sneaking around. If you had this on, let's say like this table, it's pretty cool to see a dragon sneaking around. There's an obvious seam line, but it's not too bad. The dragons themselves are definitely much higher quality than my old Khaleesi bust. They are definitely very lightweight, which is a good thing because, you know, you don't want them too heavy. Alrighty, so I wanted to show you guys Drogon, since he is the most popular of the dragons. His feet did come off and they're magnetic. Just wanted to show you the details. So the eyes are not glass or anything. They're just painted, but they do look really good. Mouth is glossy. He has little teeth. Nice scales. As you can see, it's obviously not very big. No, it is a baby dragon, just a little hatchling, really. But he looks good. You know, he has his mouth open where Rhaegal is closed. You know, and then his wings will attach with this little rod. His wings a little bit heavier than Rhaegal's. Probably do that metal rod, but you can see here just, you know, how good they look. So let's go and install him. I believe he is gonna be on the base. He's on the base. Alrighty, and so this is how Drogon looks. He was a little bit difficult getting in, but you actually take this off and then install him, then install that again. So he has quite a presence though on the bust. You know, he looks pretty darn good. I'm glad they made him front and forward right in front of the Game of Thrones sign. Yeah, so that looks killer. Alright, last one is Veselian. So take out him, install leg. Yeah, you basically just install him right there on her hand. Alrighty, and there is Vessian. Now, he has a crazy good presence, too. So for him, they actually did not make this wing separate. I'm assuming just for the sake of the peg, they don't want to have a nasty seam due to the angle. And then that and the legs attach. It kind of just looks like he's flown onto her hand. He's checking out her boobies. But that's more or less it. The only thing left is really just to release the hair. And that is it. And then, no. But that is it. So, definitely a more difficult assembly than my other Infinity busts. The dragons definitely add a good presence. The front two add a lot to the piece. It feels a lot bigger now that I've seen that. Well, let's go ahead and take off the hairnet, clean up, get rid of the boxes, and review her. Alrighty, YouTubers. So, we do have Khaleesi all set up. Now, I don't know why, but Infinity Studios only provided one of these and one of these for the COA. So I'm missing 2 screws. Technically, it still stands, but yeah, that's pretty annoying. But it is what it is. Maybe they'll do better on bail. But this really states, immerse yourself in the critically acclaimed television series of HBO, based on the novels by George R. R. Martin. With our products, Infinity and Penguin Toys are proud to present a collaboration with Warner Brothers Consumer Products. Our artist painstakingly upgraded Emilia Clarke's facial details to accurately capture his performance. Seriously, her performance. The prop designs include the iconic baby dragons, featuring exquisite details that are difficult to detect on screen. Our products are designed to provide collectors with an engaging, immersive experience that transports them into the world of the movie television series, evoking emotional resonance and timeless memories. Obviously, they didn't QC spell check this. The fact it says his experience. So, yeah. Infinity, please work on your writing and including the actual, all the screws. But yeah, that's a pretty lame COA. So let's get the dimensions out. So the tallest point is going to be her head. It's about 31 inches tall. Width, now just the base is about 14 inches, with the dragon about 2 feet. Depth, you gotta include Drogon and the rear dragon. You're looking about 19 inches. So it's a decent sized bust. You know, it's as big as like height-wise Mara bust, but it's more presence due to the dragons. You know, so we can go ahead and, you know, so here she is, Emilia Clarke. Her hair is very long. It actually extends past the base, and I'll show that to you guys. But let's go ahead and give her a 360 degree. Her eyes are insanely good. Really beautiful portrait, folks. Really beautiful. See, I like her hair, as you can see, extends like that. In some of the promo videos, they have it going in front of her. I don't plan to do that. I'm planning to just have it like this. And then they do have this one long braid. But yeah, I plan to just keep it purely in the back. Generally, I don't like the hair in front because it blocks stuff. You know, and I don't want it blocking any of her outfit. You know, she has this mixed media outfit, blue and gray, and then this metal netting thing, which is quite unique, actually. It's pretty flexible due to the way it's made. There's like little ropes tying it all together, and then metal that like seals it. But it's like a very thin metal. But overall, it looks really good. The silicone looks fantastic. You know, like the fingers, the hands. She definitely has really small hands. You know, like I know Emilia Clarke's a very short female. You know, like she's tiny. I think she's like 5 feet tall. You know, but these are definitely small like, the fingers are very small. Compared to me, I mean, I'm 6'4". Overall, I do like the base quite a bit. It has sort of like dragon scales right here, intertwined with all the gold and the Game of Thrones logo. Has the 4 houses. I really like this base. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Really ties into the TV show as well as the statue. Now, there was plenty of outfits they could have chose for Khaleesi, but they did have to go with something to allow her to have baby dragons. And so, you know, I don't remember all her outfits, but this one does look really good. And I did want to try to Google some images of her so we can compare. Alright, so this is kind of what I would say they chose her from. You can see the baby dragon size, the gold thing. There's a few different like photos here, but you know, like here is another one you can see. Now, obviously here they have the hair in front, but overall I think it's really accurate to, you know, the design of this is very accurate to what I'm seeing on the bust. And the baby dragons, you know, based off her size, do look accurate. And this is from season 2 of Game of Thrones. I can see, like, here again. This one's slightly different, actually, but it's most accurate to, like, this outfit right here. But overall, I think it's a great outfit, you know, for a baby dragon look, because, you know, that's a big thing. She is the mother of dragons, so you do want the baby dragons. Now, this is a billion times better than my old Khaleesi bust in every possibly conceivable way. The likeness is a solid 95%. I would say it's as good as Mera and Wonder Woman in terms of likeness. Mera, Wonder Woman, Catwoman, they all have that like 95 to 99% depending on the angle. But straight on, you definitely see Emilia Clarke. It has her nose, her eyes, her lips. You know, definitely lips you want to kiss. So let's do some close-ups here. Drogon does cast a shadow over the base because of his ankle. Not a huge deal. You know, but check out, like, you see some of the vein work, some of the, like, knuckles per se. See the fingers. Looks like she almost has a little bit of, you know, something on her nails. Like, it's not her natural tone. Maybe there's a little bit of, you know, got her nails done. There are a few areas I need to, you know, dust off. She doesn't have, like, let's see about the cleavage. Yeah, there's a little bit of cleavage here. Check out that face on Drogon. The material feels really nice. The design looks good. Yeah, if you wanted to put some of her hair in front, you'd kind of like separate it, put it over the front if you wanted to go that route. I may in the future, but right now I kind of like it like this. I think that just looks really good. Alright, so the face is obviously the most important feature. Alright, did a little light dusting, get some of the styrofoam off. But no nose hair or anything. Really beautiful eyelashes and eyeliner. Eyebrows are brown, just like in the show. Really nice glass eyes. They look, you know, it's like, it looks very alive. Hand punched hair looks great. No issues with it. She does have almost a slightly red rosy cheeks, a few moles. Looks very good, folks. I love it. You know, I'd say the only negatives on this piece, the dragon seam lines, you know, like that seam. You can't really see the leg seam lines. I think they did a really good job hiding that. For some reason on my Drogon, the right one has a bigger seam than the left. I might apply some heat to see if I can push it down a little bit better. His, you know, not too bad. The biggest ones are Drogon right there, and then his. Those are probably the two biggest things. You know, the outfit looks great. Definitely love that fact she has this metal, like, outfit. It feels just like the blue. I feel like that's too simple. So I definitely like that. I think that looks really good. Thank goodness they did silicone, you know, pretty much throughout the whole piece. Like I said, the back doesn't have silicone, but they did a really good job in matching it, and the hair covers it anyways. But it's nice they did silicone for this hand, even though a dragon's on it, you know, because you almost think, will a dragon be able to support it? Now, there is a tiny, tiny gap right there. Now, it's only visible if you're looking at it through that angle. Yeah, like from this angle, you can't see it at all. That one, you can't really see the face of Viserion, but you can see it like that. But he has a pretty good presence. Like, this wing really comes out from the bust and has a good presence. He has the most presence, even more than Drogon, because Drogon isn't quite truly fully extended where he is. Like, he's definitely in flight mode. He just landed on her hand. So I think overall, you know, it's definitely 10 out of 10 Grail for me. 10 out of 10 concept. 10 out of 10 detail, paint app. It's all around just a Grail. If you're a fan of Emilia Clarke, Khaleesi, you can afford this, definitely buy it. I got mine through Resin GK. Now, I also do have a pre-order through Comic Concepts. Deposit paid of like $750, $3,000, like $39. Plus shipping is due when he gets them in stock. So I'm willing to let it go for just $500. You can save a few $100, plus it's already on discount. This is sold out most places. But if you want my Comic Concepts pre-order, please contact me, and, you know, we can transfer it into your name. You know, the only reason I went through Resin GK was I was simply too impatient to wait. As you know, US retailers don't get this as quick, although Comic Concepts usually gets his quicker than any others, like Spec or, you know, other retailers. So, you know, he'll get his quicker, but I'm just too impatient. I want her now, so I went through Resin GK, who can always get me, like, immediately. But yeah, overall, 10 out of 10 Grail. Is it the best Infinity Studios busts? Let's analyze this. Maybe. I need to let it sink in. But I will say I think it has the potential to be my favorite. Because right now it's Wonder Woman. Trying to think. I think she tops Wonder Woman. She has a better base. Likeness as good, and, you know, I would say definitely equally as attractive. But you can view her face better because she's looking slightly up. And then she has the baby dragons. Wonder Woman has her armor, which I really like. But she has a nice outfit with 3 dragons, and I think that defeats Wonder Woman's armor and rope. So I would say she probably is the best. Obviously, presence-wise, you know, like Aquaman and others are bigger. But I think she's probably my favorite Infinity Studios bust now. I think she tops Wonder Woman, Mera, Harley, Catwoman, Bats, Superman, Aquaman, Joker. So I think she's the best Infinity bust I've owned now. You know, I am getting Belle bust from Resin GK as well. I think Belle also has the potential to, like, be one of the best. So I think Belle and her are honestly going to be my 2 favorites. And then Wonder Woman, like, those will be my 3 favorites. But for right now, I think she is the best Infinity Studios bust I own. So thanks, Resin GK. If you guys are interested in, you know, pretty much any statues, hit him up. And I'll get it for you. He's going to get me Belle bust. Like, I already have tracking. It just needs to be picked up. Once it's picked up, I'll get it, you know, 2-3 days later. But let's go ahead and set her up now next to, you know, Daenerys down there. Alrighty, folks, so this is how Khaleesi's gonna look in my setup. So she does work down low, especially with me like sitting down. I think standing up, still not too bad because you can still see her eyes. And she is looking more upwards than, let's say, Alita, who's only looking forward. So she does work. As you can see, this dragon does extend out into Alita's display. I think a 60-inch shelf would work better for this particular setup. And obviously, I'm strapped on space. You know, yeah, definitely standing is not the most ideal angle when bottom shelf, unless you're like from a distance. But I am sitting down 99% of the time when I'm in this room. So that's going to be the angle. So more or less, this is the complete Game of Thrones setup. And as you can see, she looks really good next to the Blitzway collab. And then I also have the 3 baby dragon eggs by Noble Collection, as well as the Targaryen dragon, you know, thing. I put her COA just back there. It's kind of what I do. I don't like having COAs ever block a statue. Whenever I see that, they have like a COA in front of the bus and it blocks the bus. I'm like, why would you do that? Just a little piece of paper saying whatever, and that COA sucks because it's, you know, doesn't even sound good. And they're calling her a he. But yeah, so this does work though. I think it works. She's gonna get premium viewing angles always. Every time I'm watching TV or working all day, I'll be able to look at her, which is great. Now, I can keep Alita here if I wanted to. But, you know, I was going to put Alita back there and do just Terminator 1/3 here. Technically, if I wanted to, I could do T-1000 1/3, Arnold Bustin 1/3, like on each side of the TV. Like, that does work. And then just do the endo with, you know, Sarah. I could also technically just keep the Predator here and do the Blitzways right here. Or even Alita here. You know, it kind of varies. But yeah, this Khaleesi bus. All I'll say, final words, Jupiter's cock. Like, comment, subscribe, have a great day.